I know I haven't bought a tripod. It was the Hoover I was using to wedge my phone. Hey, ingenious. Okay, hey everybody. Oh, sitting on a cat. Right, I'm going to do something a wee bit different in this video. Arachnophobia is something I'm really quite passionate about. I've helped numerous people overcome fears of arachnophobia, and it worries me that in this country we still have such a negative opinion of our arachnid friends. We have over 700 identified species of spiders live in the United Kingdom. Of around those over 700 species, there's only a estimated 12 to 14 with a fang big enough to possibly penetrate human skin. Now that's not necessarily going to go all the way into a bloodstream, that's just to actually break human flesh. Okay, so statistically that leaves a lot of spider species that cannot do you any harm whatsoever. It annoys me to a degree how villainized spiders are. If you look at most TV shows, Lord of the Rings, you've got Shelob, Inspector Gadget, it's some kind of spider-esque villain. The majority of times you'll see a spider portrayed will be as the villain or the bad guy. Arachnophobia, the movie, you've got this weird crossbred hybrid that seems to just destroy people by looking at it. War of the Worlds, very spider-esque type alien pods and everything feeds on this fear of spiders, and that brings us to the media. The media sells papers by selling fear, and what they do is they sell fear. And with arachnophobia being such a huge thing in the United Kingdom, and probably worldwide, what better way to sell your guffy newspaper, your rag, I wouldn't even wipe my derriere with it. What better way to sell this rubbish than through fear? And if you actually read these articles, which I wouldn't recommend you do anyway, it was a suspected, they believe it to have been, it was possibly. There are very few cases you will ever pick up a paper and it will state with fact and show you a picture of the offending biter, because they can never justify what this alleged bite came from. They would have you believe that a single bite will have the flesh melting from your arm and the eyeballs popping from your head and your rectum will fall out. I've handled a gajillion spiders and that's never happened. We're talking huge Goliath bird-eating tarantulas to very small. I've handled false widows and survived. I've still got my eyes and my nose and my tongue hasn't fallen out, and to the best of my knowledge my rectum passage is still where it's meant to be. So, as I say, we've got over 700 species. Very few of them can actually cause any irritation to the flesh. Granted, there will be people out there with mild phylactic reactions to these things that may have some kind of allergic reaction to a bite or a bee sting or a wasp sting or anything like that. So yeah, there will be people who, should they happen to encounter a bite, may react slightly worse to me or you or the next person. So brief bit of sort of coverage there of spiders. Secondly, the people I've worked with in the past, normally and with most people, it's a learned behaviour. Arachnophobia, they've learned to fear these things, again, through television, through cartoons, through newspapers, magazines, everything else. On top of that, it's either usually one of a few things. One, it's a bad childhood experience, possibly before they can even remember. They've had a spider on them, or they've developed a fear of spiders through lack of knowledge, and somebody's teased them with a spider that's perpetuating this fear that they have, and that's followed them up through adulthood. A lot of it can be learned behaviour. A lot of behaviours can be learned from parents, carers, guardians, etc. If you have somebody that freaks out over something, as a young person, you're going to model that behaviour, you're going to learn from it, and you're going to think that's a natural reaction to the situation. You're going to think, if they're scared of it, there must be a logical reason as to why they're scared of it, and you will tend to pick up on that and possibly go on to have those same fears and phobias yourself. Realistically, they're irrational. A lot of these beliefs develop in early childhood when you can't really rationalise. Whereas if you actually go into it, if you're able to go and look at these things with an adult mind, without the learned behaviour of a younger experience, in most cases, if you actually go into it with an adult mind, with a logical mind, without any of the pre-knowledge you have, if you went into just looking at spiders with a logical mind, you will see that there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of. They are one of the biggest land predators. They kill more on land than pretty much any other species. Flies, locusts, crickets, mites, weevils, bigger species, wasps, lice, mites, fleas, which brings me to the home. They are fantastic animals to have in your home because they protect your house, they protect the very structure of your house, they protect you. They are fantastic creatures, and you know, realistically, most of them, if you think of the size of you compared to the size of a spider, most of them would probably rather run away. People talk about spiders running towards them. Yeah, you know, I don't know the behaviour of that, but it could be that sometimes running towards something, you know, we're kind of told with bigger animals than us, certain animals, you run towards it and you scream and you make yourself as big as possible. Maybe somewhere there's some kind of survival instinct like that, the whole charge at it and hopefully it'll panic before I do. I don't know. Maybe it's just trying to get to the nearest cover, which could be perhaps the seat you're sitting on, or to get behind you. Its web might be that direction. Again, I don't know. There's a gajillion reasons as to why this might be right. So what I want you to do is, first and foremost, just think about that. You don't need to go any further than this. Just think about, why am I afraid? What am I afraid of? What is causing this? When did it develop? And just think about these things. Think about them and try and rationalise them. Instead of using the irrational logic you have, think about trying to develop a rational concept of what it is about spiders you don't like. If you're past that and you think you're ready, what I want you to do is take a container. Obviously it could just be a Tupperware tub or something like that, and then through the magic of filming, I'm going to now put some spiders in here. Ta-da! Okay, it's not the world's largest spider. It probably looks big if you're afraid of spiders, but first of all, just not necessarily, you know, you can have a tub lid or whatever, but I want you just to hold it just in a tub. You're safe, it can't do you any harm, it can't do you any harm anyway, but just in a tub, hold it, maybe two hands, maybe one hand. Maybe you just want to sit down and look at it for a wee while, and then once you're comfortable with that, I want you to maybe consider placing a hand into the tub. Doesn't have to be on top of the spider, or you know, it could be the other end, and just gradually realise it's not charging at me, it's not trying to attack me, it's not going for me. Okay, and maybe work your hand a wee bit closer. Now, if you happen to start feeling more confident, you can maybe try and just gently on the back leg touch the spider. It'll run, that's natural, it's wanting to get away, don't worry about it. Okay, but just see about just very gently touching the spider. Just one finger, gently touch, and just see how it gets on. See, it's not attacking me, it's not going for me, my eyes haven't exploded spontaneously up my head. And then if you're feeling really confident, maybe just let it walk onto your hand. Okay? Just one hand in front of the other, and you'll see all it's doing is walking. Well, you maybe can't see because of my dodgy filming. But it's not biting, it's not killing me, it's not destroying me. And you'll actually realise that these are quite fascinating, wonderful creatures that come in all kinds of colours and shapes. And oh, and she doesn't want to come off my hand, see? Nice and warm, that's what that is. Okay, so we'll get her back into her tub one way or another. Come on. Because I need to go and put her back where I took her from. So yeah, I'm going to go and put her back where I got her from. Empty again. Okay, she's back exactly where I took her from, back on her webbing. So I know this is a bit of a long video, and I know, well, it's not even a long video, I know I've kind of zoomed through it, but it gives you an idea of ways you could possibly overcome this irrational fear of spiders. I would love to go more into it, cover other beliefs and theories that I have and other things, but obviously to watch the timescale of this video. But hopefully you can take something from that. Hopefully it'll help. I do hope it's given you some sense of learning, education, and some way you can kind of go to overcome this fear of spiders. But anyway, I'll quickly tag on some nicey stuff at the very end of this. So yeah, that's that done for the spider thing. So anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed that. I really do hope it helps. Please do let me know. Pop in the comments if you think that's something I should do more of, or if that's something that's really helped you. But anyway, do take care of yourselves. Do learn properly and not just what you read in crapoid papers that want to sell you fear and perpetuate this belief of fear, because that's what they want to do. They just want to make money off of fear. But anyway, do enjoy. Do let me know if it's helped. Please do like and subscribe, and yeah, let me know if you want more information on this, or if I should do another video. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Bye bye for now. Goodbye.